Illicit financial flows cost African citizens dearly. Money that should accrue to tax administrators leaks out of the continent, which means less tax revenue resources for African governments looking to invest and stimulate economic growth in their economies.
The African Union Commission estimated that the amount of illicit financial flows from Africa ranged between 48 billion euros and 77 billion euros in their domestic resource mobilization report of 2019.
The African Initiative's objective is to curb tax evasion in order to ensure that countries collect more revenue to dedicate to their economic and social imperatives at home.
Established in 2014, the Africa Initiative has developed and expanded a commitment to tax transparency and information exchange. This is an endeavor that requires a level of collaboration and cooperation, and the deep, uncompromising acceptance that a tax risk anywhere is a tax risk everywhere.
The Global Forum on Transparency and Exchange of Information for Tax Purposes, which is a creation of the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, gives practical support to the work of the Africa Initiative. The OECD has lauded African nations for building infrastructure that better enables the exchange of information, which is critical to being one step ahead of financial crime perpetrators.
The commitment and the cooperation of 37 African countries to unlock the full potential of tax transparency and exchange of information as a tool for better enforcement of domestic tax laws and for combating tax evasion is more than commendable. Your efforts are making a significant contribution to Africa's fight against illicit financial flows.
Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana says the work of the African Initiative is having an important impact on boosting tax revenues and says it's going to continue to be an important instrument as Africa deals with its own specific issues and challenges.
I must say it is also going to be an important tool in a number of respects. We are involved in what is called African Continental Free Trade Agreement. Tools such as these are going to be important. New developments which is beginning to shock us as Africans is the impact of FATA. South Africa has been grey listed, Nigeria has been grey listed. Last week I was in SACU, my colleague from Namibia, I don't know whether the Namibians here, were telling me the Minister of Namibia couldn't attend the meeting because they're trying to make a lot of changes in their legislation to comply with FATA. So a tool like this is going to be quite an important part of it.
SARS Commissioner Edward Kieswetter, who's also serving as a co-chair of the Africa Initiative, noted that African nations' efforts to exchange information from as far back as 2009 have assisted in them identifying the equivalent of nearly 30 billion rand in additional revenue through offshore investigations. Resources that have then hopefully been ploughed back into their home economies for growth and development. Nompumelelo Siziba, SABC News, Johannesburg.